Um, I don't know. We gonna have to ad lib. My thing is like really not trying to. Okay, welcome to Pillow Talk with the T. I'm Qua, and who
I
are
am
you?
I am Aaron, Mr. Wake Up Better. Sorry guys, I got a notification that I'm like, stop hitting me up. I went live. Sorry guys, I am Aaron, Mr. Wake Up Better going.
I'm like, and who are you, sir? What's your name? I don't know you today, sir. Like, what's your name, sir?
I am human. I am only human.
But what's going on with you tonight?
I'm triple blessed, man, like always. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I can't complain, even though the devil trying to take over some spirits, but it's some things.
You can't win. You can't
Not
win.
not at all. Like this is crazy tonight. I don't know what's going on. Like you guys may see a little bit of my home, but it's all good. It's nice and clean.
How was your week? Well, so far, it's only Tuesday.
So far so good. So far so good. Been long. It been long, but it been good. I can't complain. I really can't.
That's good. That's good.
But definitely earlier today it was long. I'm like, oh my god, is this day dragging for no reason? But
How was how was Christmas?
Christmas was actually relaxing. It was a relaxing time. It was a relaxing feeling. It would seem like it this season felt like it was like just to be in your own home, not to really the whole be, around family or in other family members' house type of vibe. Even
Hmm.
though, you want to because especially with the pandemic and all that. But it just was a whole different type of vibe and feeling this year. And then it was raining.
Yeah, yeah, it did rain.
Yeah, so I'm like, nah, I'd rather just be in my house. My sister ends up cooking and she ends up making plates, not a plates.
Plates. I should have came over there.
Listen, man, it was amazing. It really was. But
Nah,
I had fun though. I
yeah.
really did.
I cooked there. I went to see my daughter. Um, that's the first thing I did. I went to see my daughter, give her gifts. Then uh, I cooked here, and it came out good. Like I made some chicken, among other things, and
Okay.
it was delicious.
Okay. Listen. But so but I don't know. So what you doing for the new year though?
Um, I do not know because I don't want to be around too many people because um because of COVID. I'm still kind of scared. Like even though the vaccine is out and some people may have taken it, I still don't trust it, and I may just stay in the house and count down or have it like on online New Year's Eve party or something. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
but I know I don't want to be like bunched up in somebody's club or ballroom or something like that. I don't want to
Mm-mm.
do that.
Of course not. Not this year is not for that. Not at all.
Yeah, I've been getting invites to New Year's parties, and I'm just turning them down. Like I'm not putting myself at risk. I can't do that.
Yeah. Nah. Is it you don't know who have what's going on, and all that other stuff, and it's like you don't know how well people been taking care of their own selves and who they've
Yeah,
been around. But
yeah.
nah.
I'm not that smart to track everybody who been around who. I'm not that smart, so I'll keep my dumb ass in the house.
You see, I'm not that.
Stay my dumb ass in the house. Call me corny or boring. I don't care. I'm alive. I don't care.
Listen, I definitely understand. But yeah, tonight definitely is one of those nights.
Hmm.
But we getting it together, and no matter what, everything's gonna work out in our favor. But we did have a guest to come on tonight, but we'll see what happens. I keep it in faith.
Hopefully, we can get on. We had a pretty juicy conversations in store for you guys tonight. So hopefully everything,
Ooh,
all the glitches and everything that's going on, hopefully you can fix it and hop on.
absolutely, absolutely. So, but other than that, like, let me see what lately would basically going on my mind tonight. Let me see. Oh, to recap a little bit, I'm still getting dick pics.
Still with the dick pic.
Yes, I'm still getting those, which I don't understand. I guess this podcast must be telling them
It's an open invitation for dick.
exactly to come in, which I don't understand why they think that, but no. But yeah, so
Open invitation. Send dick pics. Send dick pics there.
see, you need to stop saying that because these people won't be thinking like that's an invitation for them, which is not.
They thought it before I said it. You was getting dick pics before I said something.
Oh God, please, no, no, no dingling pics, please.
Oh man. I'm still in disbelief that like dudes still do it. It's so corny to me. It's so whack. Like so whack to me.
But I also realized that some girls also do it too in regards because I don't know, like I don't know why. I can't say why women do it. Cause I know I don't do it. If I'm not talking to you and we have not been talking to each other for a while, and I know you ain't haven't sent me nothing yet, and I know that it's you that you sending, cause niggas could try to trick you. It gets
Hmm.
pretend like they sending them, but it could be like a Google pic
Like a fake one?
that's not theirs. So
Mm,
I definitely I would send one, but it gotta be somebody I have time and I trust. Cause
yeah, that's but I you gotta ask for it. Like, bro, that's a little rapey. Like that's like I can't do it. It's just too creepy. I gotta ask for it. Like, trust me, I want to see a nice perky set of titties like the rest of the male society. But if I'm not asking for it, since you look desperate, and I don't do desperate.
oh my God. But so I don't know, but what do you basically be thinking when you get them though?
Well, I don't get dick pics.
Well,
Let's
not
put
dick
that out
pic, talk pussy and titties. Shut up.
there. I just said it. I think it's corny. I think it's corny. When it's not asked for, like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna look at it,
Mm-hmm.
but that doesn't mean it's not corny. Like
Got
it's nothing sensual about that. Like it's nothing. Like your sexy points went down. It's like it may look good, but I just at the end of the day, like I can't value you. Like you interested in me after sending me like your ass through the fucking mail? Like
mm-hmm.
no, don't be interested in me. You're pretty much gonna get fucked in the backseat of a car, and then like number deleted.
Yeah.
Like don't do that.
Oh God. But other than that, like what been on your mind basically lately?
Lately, I haven't had too much like free time
Mm-hmm.
lately, and basically now I'm thinking about ways to get my time back. Thinking about other things to hop into to get my time back, or other ways to delegate some power in order to get my time back.
Okay.
So that's been heavy on my mind, and I've been think really what it comes down to. I want to get my daughter, so uh, I had to free up time in order to go to the judge and say, hey, I want my child. So
Mm, got you. Got
mm, that's been heavy on my mind, and just
you.
family, and mainly my child.
Got you. And you know what's crazy is the fact that he probably killed me with this, but listen, I love him anyway. But I had a friend that basically had a situation with like a old like a girl that he was dating for like a long time, and I guess basically she felt like he was like not really putting in or giving her that attention or not treating her like she deserved to be treated. Yeah, you know.
Hmm.
But at the, I guess, women have limits, and when they get to their limits, they basically be like, okay, I'm done with this. I took enough. I had enough. I'm done. And that's when I feel like you men realize once you know you about to lose us or either have lost us, that's when y'all get y'all shit together. Like, oh, okay, hold up, wait a minute. So I basically had a friend that reached out to me, and that he's like a brother to me, and reached out to me in regards of the situation. And when he reached out to me, of course I listened to him and had open ears, and then I basically was just listening. And when he was saying what he was saying, he was like, well, I noticed and realized I wasn't doing this, or I was speaking to her in this way, or I was doing this and not doing that. He basically, long story short, he basically wanted to work it out, and he wanted to prove himself and show himself that he can be who that she needs him to be and who she's looking for in a man. But I felt like at that point, the way how he was saying it, she already checked out. She was already like,
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. But of course, I told him, don't give up, because if this is someone you truly, truly love, and this is someone you truly, truly want to be with, then you shouldn't give up. You should be able to show chivalry, show the moments that, or show her in actions that you truly love her, because love is an action word. In regards
Hmm.
to that, I told him you have to be consistent. You can't do it and not be consistent. Don't do it for a minute, then stop, then do it again. You have to be consistent. But
Yeah.
I guess he tried, but he realized it wasn't working. And then now it's like she's like done. And now she's basically speaking to him in a I don't give a fuck about you type rude as hell, disrespectful. And when you men feel like that with somebody y'all love, it's like, really, you talking to me like that? That's fucked up. So he basically in that point of like, okay, now you know what? I'm not going to try no more. I'm done, and I'm just going to end up just focusing on me and myself and my kids or whatever. And I definitely understand where he coming from. And I told him in regards to that, don't continue to reach out to her anymore if she's speaking to you in that tone. To me, I feel like when I speak to a man in that tone, I'm now at the point where um I'm checked out and I don't give a fuck about you no more. So I
Hmm.
just told him don't reach out to her, because I feel like the more you try to reach out to her or you continue to reach out to her, the opportunity and the more chance you gonna give her a chance to be disrespectful. So, like, what advice as a man can you be able to give him? Because I could only give him my side, because he did say something to me I feel like a lot of men and women do, which they shouldn't do because they block their blessings. He was like, well, I'm not going to sit there and I'm just going to focus on myself, which that's good, but I'm not going to end up
Hmm.
giving nobody my heart. I'm not going to love anybody no more, and I'm just going to not put that trust and love or any that energy into nobody else. Like, what advice can you give to him as a man?
Uh, Move the fuck on. Like you got like move the fuck on. I'm not. If someone is constantly pushing me away, I'm not gonna chase their ass. I ain't chasing nobody. And now I'm speaking uh,
Mm-hmm.
personal feeling. What he is dealing with probably could be different than what I'm talking about. But I'm not
Yeah.
chasing you. I'm not chasing you. If you constantly no, get the fuck out of here. Why you the neck roll and all that? You got it. You got it.
Okay.
And it shouldn't have taken him losing her to understand her value. He should have came in. I mean, that's life. Sometimes that sort of things happen, but it shouldn't take loss to
Hmm.
understand the
Yeah.
value of that person. But once that person is gone, bro, you gotta pick up the pieces and keep it
Hmm.
moving.
Hmm.
Like just keep it moving. It's so much more. It's so much more out here for you that you missing out on chasing after her. We know somebody that is chasing and chasing and chasing and constantly getting shitted on constantly. And we can see it. We all tell this person, yo, this person is dogging you out. She ain't shit. You need to leave her dumb
Yeah.
ass alone.
You deserve more. You could definitely be
Yeah.
treated so much better. But I feel like with stuff like that, also you with people in that position, I feel like at that point you could only tell them so much, and you have to allow them to fall on their face to end up eventually getting it themselves and get that
Hmm.
aha moment, and then that's when everything would click to the fact where they'll be like, oh, that's what the fuck my peoples was meaning. Oh, that's what the fuck she was meaning, or my boys was meaning, or my friends was meaning. Like sometimes you
Hmm.
that's like if you tell a person in an abusive relationship, like, oh girl, or oh, dude, you need to move on, you need to get out of there. It's easy saying it, then when you in this then you in a situation because you're outside looking in. And so I just feel
Hmm.
like that right there gotta be times when you just have to allow people to end up going through the process, and eventually, and all you could do is hope and pray that they actually wake the fuck up.
Well, yeah, like why do he still want her? I mean, I don't know their
Because
relation. I
he
don't even
said
know what you're talking about,
he
but
loved her, and she knows him in and out, and they have great moments. Like they had great moments before. It's a lot of great moments that they had, and he still love her, and like they get each other, and there's a connection there. And when you get that connection with somebody, and that person know you inside out, and they know you, and you comfortable, and y'all feel like y'all just more than just boyfriend and girlfriend. You feel like that's my dog, that's my best friend, that's my homie. Like you're comfortable. I guess that's what it is. Because I even been in a situation where I was kind of like hesitant to want to let go because I had those elements in that relationship. But even
hmm
though that person probably was just checked out and gone, but it just be the fact that you just don't want to let that part, or you don't want to let that go because it was more good than bad. So I think that's
hmm
basically what it is that that person was feeling, or you know struggling to let go. But I think he's doing a good job though.
Is he really?
Well, I can only basically believe what he tell me. It's not like I live with him or I see him every day. I basically,
He ain't doing good. He venting to you about how he want this woman back. That man probably cried in the car. You feel me? He ain't doing good. Don't let that man lie to you. He ain't doing good. He's
yo,
struggling.
I'm so dead and I'm so done.
I mean, I know this shit. Like, I mean, I've been there. I've been there where you want somebody, you miss them. But I had a question. How long has he been out of this
Out of the
relationship, right?
relationship, I think they
Hmm.
probably been about a few months. Like probably about during the I don't know if it was before the quarantine or beginning the quarantine, but it been a while now.
Well, quarantine was last year. Like the beginning of quarantine, you feel me? That was last year. So,
But you can't sit there and tell somebody no. See, you can't do that because when you really truly love somebody, you can't just get over them just like that. It takes time.
yeah, it take time, but I'm not venting to somebody. Oh my God, I loved her. I should have done better. No, I knew that, and I knew that. Like I knew that when it happened. I knew I should have been better. I knew I should have did this. Things didn't work out. 2 3 months, and then I'm
Mm-hmm.
back in the game. I've been through the depression breaking up with
It,
somebody. That shit sucked. I will never do that again in my life.
yeah, that's not a good feeling at
Would
all.
yeah, I will never do that again in my life.
So we do have our viewers that one viewer says she's breaking him down as a man. And I kind of get that, because now when you start to be disrespectful, you started now being careless and reckless with your tongue. Now you're definitely trying to break the person's spirit, their character, their soul, and them as a human being. Because now it's like you don't give a fuck. And I feel
Hmm.
like when you at that point where you don't give a fuck and you would do anything to be careless and to be like crazy like that, I feel like at that point you should just leave. Don't even answer the phone. Don't even return a text. Don't even try to talk.
Yeah, block them. Block everything from all social media and everything. Block them. It's not worth it because at the end of the day, you can't, as a man, you can't sit there and let a woman emasculate you and 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 try to take your
Hmm.
pride as a man. 'Cause that should have carried over in other
Yeah,
aspects of your life when you when your pride start getting hurt. And I'm not doing that
that's
shit.
true. So, with the new platform that we do have, hopefully this work.
Nah, it's gonna work. It's gonna work.
So, because me, I'm like, I don't be doing this stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, how can we actually bring somebody up?
Well, when someone gets on, right, and they want to ask a question or something, they have to click it on their end. There's a little icon that says "take a seat" or something with a seat. Something, can't remember exactly what it says. They click that, and then you, as a host or something, you have the
Mm-hmm.
ability to accept it or whatever. Or if you have it open, which you do, I can tell they any
Oh,
because if you had it closed, it'd be a little lock symbol. So you have the seat open,
okay.
so anybody can hop into the seat.
Okay, so how would they? So they would click the link on top that I have.
Nah, what are they in the chat or are they in the room?
They're inside the chat of the Facebook.
Oh, the Facebook. If you're on Facebook, you got to download that. If you're on a
Oh,
cell phone or something like that, you download the app and then you're gonna see the show.
oh, that sucks. That would have been nice, but you know,
Or what you can do is go live on Facebook.
I am live on Facebook.
Well, you can't you add them on Facebook?
Yeah, but it's for some reason it's sitting there saying I don't see like the come on no
Oh,
more. I don't see
oh,
that part,
okay, okay.
you know. I don't
Hmm.
see that part no more. Yeah, yeah, uh-huh. But yeah, so that would have definitely be cool. I think we would have put them on the spot like, oh, wait a minute, hold up.
Yeah. Like I still got my bonnet on.
Be like, wait a minute, I gotta put my wig on the side.
Yeah. Well, nah. This is like I told you. This is a good platform, and now that we understand, it was time to switch. It's better. So
Oh, hold up. Let me see if I can do it. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see. Hold up. Hold up. Somebody about to get a shock. Hopefully they don't reject me, you know? Hopefully they'll reject me. Because somebody just came into the room.
what
And I'm
Facebook?
putting hopefully it worked. Let's see. Hopefully it worked. It might not work because the person came in the room and it say bring them on camera, but it might not. The person probably reject me anyway because they be like, "Oh nah, I ain't want to be on the show." But definitely. So in regards to that, I definitely would say just for anyone that's in that situation, I would just say don't just leave it alone. It's not worth
Hmm.
end up breaking someone's spirit or their soul. It's not it's not even worth it. And my thing is, try to do people the way you do them. And it took me a long time to really believe this, because everyone that knows me know I'm stubborn. When somebody do something to me, I'm like, I'm ready to shoot you back. I'm ready to knock you down. But yeah, I just feel like, especially but in a relationship, it's like it's not even worth it. It really not. It just let it go. It's not even no need to either trying to break somebody's spirit or either break somebody down for no reason, because it's just not worth it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. But
Like
yeah,
when the relationship over and an ex start talking all this shit to me,
I
that's
think
it.
when they
You
do that,
hurt. You
when I
hurt.
think when
Like
people do that and they start talking shit like that, they do that because
you
they still
you
want to be
hurt.
with you. They
You
hurt
hurt.
and they
Yeah.
still want to be with you, but you no longer want to be with them. So it's like now you're done. You're like you're checked out, but
You ain't check out shit. You hurt. You ain't checked
well,
out
they
shit.
say that they checked out, but they not really checked out because
Yeah.
talking shit.
I hate when people say stuff or try to express emotions that they really don't mean or they really don't feel, because I'm not going to react to what you meant to say. I'm going to react to what you said, what you did, and that's going to hurt you more.
Mm-hmm.
And then by that time, you trying to explain, "Oh, I really meant this," or what I was saying. No, fuck you. Like no, kick rocks. I don't know what you said, but I know what you did. Or I don't know what you meant, but I know what you said. I
Mm-hmm.
know what you meant to do, but I know what you did,
Yeah.
and that got effects. We ain't like I hate somebody to play the victim, to do some dumb shit and then say, "Oh my god," but I was only reacting. Nah, kiss my ass. You did this, and that's how I reacted.
Exactly. Exactly. But so what do you guys think in regards to if people that basically that's checked out a relationship, but for some reason the other person still want to try, but the other person that's checked out or even done um don't even want to give you that ability or that chance to either, I won't say prove themselves, but rectify the fact that they either hurt you or didn't treat you the way that you wanted and deserve to be treated. So I wanted to know and hear from the viewers in regards to that point. Like, what is your commentary on this conversation? Don't be shy and don't all speak at once.
Ain't got the bandwidth for that.
Cause like, listen, I just want to hear the people and hear what they say. Cause we got Crystal up here, we got Latanya, we got Sonia. I hope I'm saying that right. So I want to hear it. Yeah, tell me something. But until you guys share that information with us. So let's see, because listen, I'm a speak it. I'm gonna really speak it. We actually had someone to come on tonight. We might have to end up rescheduling him to come on tonight, and which was a great person for us to have on, but of course technical difficulties, and as we see now it works. But we'll definitely reschedule him. So if anybody was looking for Van Swan, we do apologize. We'll definitely reschedule him for another night. Basically
Yes.
probably after the new year. That'll be a great new year welcome in tradition of
Hmm.
Happy New Year. So, but definitely. So Crystal did
Yeah, that would be nice.
absolutely, absolutely, because I did have some amazing questions for him, and he looked like he's a cool dude. That that could you know hit the wave and got a good vibration about his
Hmm.
good energy. So I did check out his show, but we'll definitely have him back on. So because I definitely want to hear him sing a cappella or hit a note. So Crystal did say, I'm trying to think. She said, I'm trying to think. I really don't know. So basically, when you don't know, you basically a person that basically is like, you're just done. It's no trying. Don't try with me. Don't try to prove yourself. Don't even try to do anything to make up for what you didn't do the first time. And that's, to me, that's when a person say, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's like you're not even trying to hear it. And I think that's what going probably was in her mind, or that's where in her mind, like I'm not trying to hear it. And then especially if she gave him numerous of chances already within the relationship to try to say, I'm gonna allow you to redeem yourself, or I spoke of this to you and I asked you not to do this, don't talk to me that way, and speak to me with kindness and love and stuff like that. So I definitely feel like, especially if she kind of repeat herself and saying it over and over and over again, I think basically you at the point you ain't got no more energy to give.
No more fucks to give. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
And shit, and old boy need to actually accept what he did. Like, yo, you did all that to run that woman off, and now nah, bro. Nah.
hmm
You did- you mean tell me you had chance after chance
But I
after
think
chance
because
after
in our
chance.
conversation, to be honest with you, as I'm just thinking back during our conversation, he did actually admit, he did, he did actually admit, and he did basically say that he knew what he did. So he did take, responsibility of, he like, oh, I know, sis, it's messed up and I know I did wrong and stuff like that. So I think that he did actually admit his fault. I really think
Hmm.
he did. So um yeah, so I really think that he really admit his fault on the fact that he didn't.
So so move the fuck on. If you knew this whole time you was wrong, you did this, you did that, and you still trying to get it back to do what? The same shit over? Move the fuck on. You,
But
you get what I'm saying? You trying to get it back to do the same shit? Because what you really gonna change?
mhm.
Like what you really gonna change? If anything,
Yeah,
what are you really changing?
I I think in regards of that, him just basically trying to show her that he could be the person that she want him to be, and that he could be that kind loving spirit that she's saying that he don't have to be so aggressive. Because like, 'cause
Hmm.
that's another thing he was saying too. He was like, I understand and I realize that I speak a little aggressive to her, but he did mention that it had a lot of fault of how his upbringing is or was, or how he was brought
Hmm.
up. And I said, well, sometimes it's a difference of how you brought up compared to now you grown, that you know better to do it differently. So he did understand. He did understand that. So I could definitely give him major kudos on that one.
Hmm.
So
But what did he want it back for though? Like to do what?
to be with her.
He didn't want to be. She gave him chance after chance to prove it. So what is he really
Now
like?
he realized that he need to stop putting his ego in the way and actually stop making it seem like by him being a gentle, respectful, loving, kind person that she probably been begging and asking and repeatedly saying to him, he's probably now realizing that doesn't make him weak. That doesn't make him less of a man. That doesn't make him like less than who he is. And it's okay that let me change what I've been grew up and what I taught to. I'm a grown man. I need to change it now. That's not the way I should be, especially towards my woman.
Hmm.
So I think that's what it is as well, is that he's wanting to show and improve that.
And you should tell him take that lesson that she taught you and apply it to your next relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Because that last relationship has a fork in it, and it is done.
Mm,
It is, it is over with.
yeah.
She kept teaching, kept teaching him, kept teaching him. This is how you talk to. This is how you respect them. This is how you do that. You're a grown ass man learning how to talk to a woman. Sorry, bro. I don't got no sympathy for that one. sorry, bro. Because honestly, I say it, and I feel like this one is against us, especially black men. We get we are being pampered and baby, and it's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
Mm,
It's fucking disgusting. We gotta own up to a lot of shit when it comes to how we treat our black women. Because ain't nobody treating them worse than what we treating them at all. And we got to be held accountable for bringing our uh like a better way past our past to every every next
yeah,
relationship. They don't deserve none of this shit, the bullshit that we bring to the table. And it's time we hold ourselves accountable and actually do better.
I definitely agree on that one. And that's good that you say that because a lot of men wouldn't even be able to say that. A lot of men be like, "Well, this is me and this is who I am, and you don't like it, then too bad." And well, fucking, and I do sit there and I do respect her. Da, da, da. And it's okay to sit there and that you fucked up. The golden nugget is the fact that you realize that you messed up
Hmm.
and you make a difference. You don't repeat it, and you actually admit to it. Take responsibility of it. But a lot of people, and I mean, a lot of men that don't. Is a very few men that do.
Hmm.
Very
Yeah.
few.
'Cause- But and black men are so fucking broke down from just everything that goes on. We can't like the only person we can lash out at is the black woman. So yeah, we say stupid shit like fuck that bitch. No, bro, it's not fuck that bitch. Like it's not a when you're in a relationship with somebody, that's not a joke. Those words hurt. Like, oh bitch, suck my like no, bro. Like you claim you love this person, like say that to your mother. you, you get me? Like say that to your mother. You claim you love her. That ain't how you express that feeling of love. Like that's like no, you need to turn around and go learn a lesson
Yeah.
again. And don't bring your broken ass into another relationship because now I got to deal with that woman when you done with her, and now she's broken. So maybe she doesn't even understand how to love properly and how to properly communicate with me. So now I got to play Captain Save-A-Ho because you don't broke this woman down. That's not fair. That's not like no, get your shit together, my guy, and hold yourself accountable for the bullshit that you putting out here. And I'm not saying I'm perfect. I ain't claiming to be perfect, but I just know like I'm not. I don't. I don't want to have to keep dealing with broken black women. Like that shit is, especially from broken ass black dudes. That shit is whack.
Mm, yeah. I definitely agree. I definitely agree. So I don't want it to make it seem like we bashing on the men, but
Nah, holding men accountable, like holding men accountable for their side of this fucked up situation that we in. Divorce rate still at 50%. It's still at it ain't get no better, no
wow.
worse.
Mm, wow. Okay. And especially in the African American color community is
Hmm.
crazy because already is a struggle for us to be for people to want to even marry, but then the ones that do are married, it's like you can't stay married,
Hmm.
so it's like we don't really have good examples as we used to. Our grandparents was together and stuff like that because
Hmm.
the substance of what marriage is now today is not the same substance what it was back then. It's like motherfuckers get married one month, 4 or 5 months later they divorced or they gotta annul it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, like, so y'all just go and do it. It's like if this was just you changing your shirt. I'm
Yeah.
just saying because the way they, because like I have a friend they got married, but I didn't even know they was no longer married, and it was like 6 7 months, and I'm like, so y'all even try to work it out, like, and then my
Hmm.
next question, what was the point of you even getting married then? That was my next question because so you ain't even try to go to counseling. You ain't even try to do therapy. You ain't even try to work it out. You just end up saying, nope, not today, not no more. Let's go.
Yeah. Because like the ring and the paper, that's not the end all be all.
Uh-huh.
That's not, well, for me, that's not the end all be all. It is so much more to a marriage than saying I do, and like it's the intent. You get what I'm saying? Like I don't plan to do this more than once.
Yeah.
I intend to spend my life, like, literally grow old with
Mm-hmm.
you. Like that's a serious step. Like, and honestly, that's why a lot of millennials like, nah, fuck that,
I
because it's
definitely.
like you said, we don't got like a lot of positive examples of it. Every male in my family has been divorced.
Mm, mm,
Uh,
mm.
like I don't have no positive examples from men
Yeah.
about how to stay married. Like I just don't. So like you can't. Well, you can actually. You can hold me accountable for not staying in my marriage, but I can't go to my dad, my uncle, my grandfather, his father. I can't go to them and say, "Yo, how do I stay married?" I don't know, son. Like, what can they tell me?
Wow. That's crazy. I don't, but see, but just like you even say with the millennials, it's like that's a whole different situation with them because they uh,
I'm one of them. I'm one of them.
well, to no, I don't see you. You about to be
I'm a
30.
millennial.
You out.
Yeah,
Okay, so what do
millennials are
you
turning 30
consider
this
the
year.
age? Okay, between what age to what age is a millennial?
Well, from if you were born from the year of 1990 to the year of 1998, no, 97, you are a millennial. 98 or 97, you are a millennial.
But see, you know why it's kind of hard. Well, I can't really say that. I was trying to say it was kind of hard to put you in that category because to me, when I think of a millennial, I think millennials more as my son age or, but I get
But
like those 2000 motherfucking people born 2001 babies. Oh my God. And it's
Mm,
like they like 1 week or 3 months or 1 month, couple of months, they got one girlfriend. Then by the time you know, there's another one. They got one boyfriend. By the time you know, is another one. And it's like they it's like washing out the rinsing cycle. I'm like,
mhm.
so that's definitely they definitely not believing in marriage because I just think they just fucking all on each other. That's
Yeah, cause that's what y'all told them. Okay, that's what the older folks told us to do. You don't gotta, don't you? Ooh, you don't want to have that
no.
conversation, huh?
I'm trying to see. Like, I'm trying to see. Wait, what? The who and the what? And who told y'all what?
Okay, when I was in high school, I had a girlfriend, right? All 4 years, same girl. Know what the older generation
Was
told me? Oh, son, you too young. You too young to be in a relationship. You need to go see what's out in the world. You don't need to get locked down like that. You young. Not, and then in the same breath, the same conversation told me that uh my it's my step grandfather, but my grandfather. My grandfather married my grandmother when they were 17
mm-hmm.
years old. So, nigga, if that's not a contradiction, like, I can't trust anything you say. Anything.
I see, but see, that's the thing. You can, because why I say that is because like my grandparents got married when they was 15, 16 years old. And you got to realize it was a difference compared to today. And they basically just trying to tell us how we tell our kids not to do the same shit that we did, the mistakes that we. That's all they was basically saying. No, baby, you don't need to be married. You too young. 20 too young. 19 too young. Like, no, baby, you need to live your life and go, fly your wings.
But you also gotta be prepared with what comes with that. I'm gonna change my girls like I changed my drawers then. If I don't gotta be if I don't gotta be committed, right? That's what comes with it. Like you gotta be prepared. You gotta like really be prepared
That's
for that.
true too, because I even tell my son, I say, you ain't, even though he don't want to hear this, and even what Crystal said 2,000 babies is reckless, and I believe that they are reckless as shit. There's like, there's no what's that? The little rim, like when you driving and you got the little bell, the rails. It's nothing because they just
Oh yeah.
walk
It's
over
off
the
the
place.
road.
But like I even sit
Like,
there and I even tell my son, even though he don't never want to hear this from me, I'm like, yo, you ain't got no girlfriend. You just got a friend that's a female. Like, what girlfriend you got? You ain't committed to no fucking body. And you know what word I was hearing him say? My significant other. Your
what?
significant other what, bitch? Married?
But
You
you ain't got no fucking significant other. Like, like nigga, if you're gonna clean my dishes, shut the fuck up.
But that's the craziest thing. Is he
Significant
not the
other.
only one saying, like, the people, like the females and other people in his group and the guys, they saying that. I'm like, significant other, y'all ain't married. Significant other mean
Yeah.
to me like if you are married or you in a long over 10-year relationship, nigga,
Yeah.
bye.
Yeah.
Yes,
Awesome.
he's.
That's
But
significant.
when he
That's a
said
thing.
that,
That's really a thing
yo,
now. Like,
listen, Aaron, when he said that, I was like, huh? I'm like, because I'm like, so did you get married? In the
it
body,
fucked you
like,
up. Yeah, it fucked you up. Like,
yes.
huh? Yeah,
Like,
significant. Who
not
the
my girl,
fuck?
not my boo, not my babe, not my chick, my significant. I'm like, child, bye. I'm like,
Yeah.
you ain't got no damn significant other. Crystal said she said we have to move different in today's world. What do you mean?
You
But
do.
who
Yeah.
is we? Meaning the millennials or the older people or everybody?
I think she. Yeah, I think she's talking about everybody.
I definitely could agree with that because even with the old people my age,
Yeah.
we definitely got to move differently because the guys my age, it's like you need a background check, a credit check, a mental psychological check, new check.
You need everything
You said
checked.
a what check?
STD check. ST,
A
STD check.
a transmitted disease check. You need
Hmm.
you need so many checks that you need to do that it doesn't make any sense. Because I say this because nowadays you got to also be careful who you having a baby by, because the emotional and the
Hmm.
mental, because a guy or a woman or a man could show you what they want to show you. Eventually at certain points you will really get to know them and the mask will start to peel off, but at the same time you also going to sit there and find out who they really are once you have a fucking child with them, because for some reason it's like
Hmm.
something else clicks when they know you having a baby or you got a baby together. It's like it's a whole different demon come out, like the exorcist. I'm like, so who the fuck is this? But it's like you got to be really careful who you having a child with, because you never know the emotional and the mental disturbance and fuckery that they've been through that could
And
that
it's gonna be
it
passed down to
passes
your
on to your
child.
child. You got to be very careful, because people got to realize that, listen,
Hmm.
percentage of your child is a percentage of you and a percentage of them. So it's like you're not going to sit there and you can't dodge that bullet unless somebody told me and never told me that you could have a baby by yourself, but you still
Hmm. Yeah, you don't want to give birth to the next
ex-
Jeffrey Dahmer. No mother want that. Look, damn, my baby crazy, crazy. I'm gonna love him
Oh
though.
my
I'm,
God.
I'm gonna love that motherfucker just hot take every night.
And then Crystal said a man in their 30s and 40s is just as bad. They are. They very so much are. Just as
Just as
bad
bad
as
as
the
what?
millennials, the young folks. They just are so confused and so mentally disturbed and don't know what the fuck they want. They don't know if they're coming or going. They don't know if they got one foot in or one foot out. They don't know
Well,
if they want a committed relationship or not. They don't know if they want what the hell is when you have more than multiple women.
an open relationship, like, all right. Well, all right. So me being a millennial, right? I'm a big millennial. Like I really millennials, we winning right now, and I'm this
Mm-hmm.
is something I'm real passionate about. As a millennial, um, what millennials are, and a lot of people don't like to address it. We are
Oh
the crack
Jesus.
baby generation. Yeah, we're the ones that were born with crack in our system. We're the ones that grew up in the '90s, uh, when music changed and society really changed.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up in that, and I know I'm not saying like, oh, we the first ones to have crack and all that. No, but when the older people, let's say like the 40 to 55,
Mm-hmm.
58, 55 to 58, when they started having babies, they had me. I'm going to be 30 this month. You get what I'm saying? Like this is the generation. So when you break down a whole
Mm-hmm.
societal pattern, or let's just even do black people, right? When you break that down, my not my actual father, but as a millennial, my father
Mm.
is doing life. My uncle got murdered. My mother was addicted to crack, cocaine, smack,
Yeah.
bullet sugar, all that shit you want to say.
Yeah.
She was addicted to that. My aunt was irrelevant. My aunt gave my my aunt gave the kids to my grandmother. My grandmother raised me. Then I had to be the man
Oh
of the
wow.
house at 8 years old.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like this is what millennials go through. You can't blame how the fuck like you can't blame us for how we're acting. We literally had to figure this shit the fuck out. Cause grandma done died when we was 14. So now I gotta raise my 8-year-old sister,
Yeah.
my 2-year-old brother. You get what I'm saying? Like literally had to figure this shit out. Ain't no college, sports, ain't none of that. It's on our own. And now we grown now. Like this 2021, this is the actually 2020 was the first year of millennials
Mm.
turning 30. 2020. So it's no it's we turning 30 on our own. We it's I don't know a lot of people that can go 4 or 5 generations deep like I can with elders in my family. I don't know a lot of people that could do that. I know a lot of people that literally could say, "Yo, my father been at the store for 14 years and he
Wow.
ain't never come back from the store." My mom, my mom been locked up so many times. I don't know. She changed her number. I can't talk to her. I walk down the street.
Mm.
I see my mom for the first time in 12 years. That's a that's a real
Yeah.
story. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't blame everything on us, especially how we're navigating the world. You can't blame that on us. We don't got nobody to set it. We never had nobody to set it
Mm.
straight.
That's really deep. That is really deep. But I know y'all hard headed as hell. Y'all hard headed as hell. I swear.
Yeah,
Like
we're
y'all the
supposed to go
true
deep.
definition of what's that hard head makes a soft ass. But they were sitting there saying that to 80 babies.
Hmm.
Nah, y'all are the true motherfuckers hard head make a soft ass type. Like, woo!
Nah, that might be the
I
peak
yeah,
out the
probably
motherfuckers.
with them.
That
But no,
ain't.
a little bit with you. No, y'all are more stubborn. The 2000s are a hard head makes a soft ass. Oh well, yeah, yeah.
Or lack of a better word, stupid. The motherfuckers just dumb. Do you hear the music that they put out? It's just fucking dumb. Like you can't understand shit. I
Uh-huh.
seen this little dude Trippy Red, right? This motherfucker. Oh my
And
god.
who is he? A rapper?
He's a rapper. Yeah, he a rapper. Now he had on some shirt. It was like a mesh see through. He had his nipples out. This shit you don't do as a thug. You supposed to be blood. You got your nipples all out. It just to me. Now I'm speaking personal. To me, I ain't gang banging none of that. But because I grew up where I grew up, the motherfuckers that was
Mm-hmm.
gang banging, they was hard as shit. They would never have you with a. It had flowers on it. He had like bell bottoms on. He probably had heels on. That shit, it just don't match. And then it's like, oh, he was born in the 2000s. You get what I'm
Wow.
like? That's that type of shit. Like he was born in the
Mm-mm.
2000s.
Listen, and then Crystal, she says that something else that we lack of is two-parent households. And she said she wished that she was able to give that to her children. And I definitely agree on that one
Mm-hmm.
because me having yeah, I think a lot
Oh,
of
artists.
people, I think everybody, because no one has a child thinking that you're going to raise these kids or this child by themselves. No one has a child thinking that it's going to be the fact that you're going to be a single parent. No one has a child thinking you're going to have a struggle and that you're not going to have a partner or a teammate to help you do this through life. You know what I'm saying? By raising this child or these kids through life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what a lot of the fact of I think also a lot of millennials and also people my age who have children, that's the thing that we definitely struggle with. That's the thing that's a lot of lackadaisy of. And then also with the millennials, they are younger and younger having babies. They don't have the foundation that my age range in the 80s had, where they did have real, real true. I'm not saying parents are not real or true. The ones that's our grandparents from the kids that the kids are being young or the young grandparents, because there is the young grandparents, you'll look, you be like, you're a grandmother. What the fuck? But I'm not saying nothing against them. I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
that the grandmothers back in the days, that how the grandmothers what was, that you had that foundation, you had that cloth, you had that
Yeah.
history, that if you had a child, that child not only learned from you but learned from the grandparents or maybe possibly the great grandparents because they were still just there
Mm-hmm.
holding on. But now it's like you got young grandparents and the
Mm-hmm.
kids nowadays are younger and younger that's having babies, and it's like they don't have that same history around to teach them or for them to have that strong, authentic, unconditional authority, because these kids nowadays so disrespectful to adults, so disrespectful to
So
authority. They seem
disrespectful.
like they so scared and so afraid. I mean, like they not afraid of shit. And it's like, then I'm sorry to speak out of tone, but I have to say it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I really, really do. And please do not condemn me when I say this, but at the same time, we have to be realistic. But then we end up basically getting upset when they get shot and killed. And it's like, how can you at that point, because at the same time everything has a backstory. All we do is see the end of the story. Everything has a backstory. I mean, has a backstory, has a beginning. Can you generally say that if your child go out that they actually can respect authority? You know what I'm saying? And then I understand that the cops ain't shit nowadays either, because they don't give a fuck, especially us people They don't give a fuck about. We like dogs and cats and monkeys to them. We like shooting targets. But at the same time, I just hope that parents that have kids of this race or brown colors, just please just try to raise them to the fact, the best of the ability, that when they do see authority, and even though they know the history of what authority has done, that they know the fact that try to make it home, period. Just try your best to make it the fuck home. Don't be combative. Don't be rude. Don't sit there and think that you have over more power than them. Yes, you do have rights, but don't be combative. Because I feel like when you do that, you only giving them a right to do whatever the fuck they want to do. And that's it. And that's
You're
all
giving
it
them a
takes.
fucking out, and
That's all
that's
it
all they
takes
gonna look
is an
for
out.
is an
And
out.
I feel like
Yeah.
with the young kids, with the millennials, the
Like,
younger they are, the more I feel like stop trying to fucking challenge them. Don't challenge them. Because as a parent, and this is me as a mother speaking,
right.
as a mother, as a parent nowadays in this generation, we have high fucking anxiety when our children walk out the door. Because even though we can't cage them, we can't lock them in, we can't shield them, we can't stop them from living their life. And trust and believe, we could, we would, but we can't. We cannot stop them from being kids and young men and living their lives. They have to. We was able to, but our parents gave us um those 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 type of gems and those rules when we did go out, to say this is what you do, this is what you don't do. You do this, call me, text me, da 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 da. That's all you got to do, is just give those type of same gems and rules and type of, I'm trying to find a word but I can't, but just give them same suitable type of things when they go out in the world, that they know. Because as a parent, we have high fucking anxiety. When my son go out this door, I'm literally holding my breath until he come back in. And it's sad that we have to live like that. It's sad that that's what it is. It's sad that that's our mentality and our mind is now like that, because there's so much that's going on. But I do want these kids to stop challenging these police officers, because all it takes is just you giving them an out, and that out gives them the right, that they feel like they had a right to protect themselves. And that's gonna be that's gonna be their only thing in court. Or I have the right to protect myself because they did this. All out, like I tell my son, when you go out, make sure you go out to make it back home. That's it. Go out to make it back home. Don't challenge them. If they ask you a question, and if it's in the right to ask you a question, just answer the question. If they want to see ID, let them know that you putting your hands in your pocket, where you reaching, what you reaching for, what you're grabbing for, and everything. But don't try to be combative. Don't be argumentative. Don't be debative. Don't be rude. I just feel like just don't give them that fucking out, because that's what they want. And they waiting for you. They got their hand on their gun, just waiting, like, he's gonna do it anytime. He gonna say some bullshit anytime. Give me that. They like, just give it to me. And just don't. Just as a parent, and you have a mother that you say you love so much, and that's to a child, especially to a son. And now you gotta speak to daughters too. So to sons and daughters, please, to sons and daughters, as a parent, I'm speaking from a parent. Please, all we do and all we want y'all to do is just make it home. Because when y'all outside, when y'all out, we definitely have high anxiety. We can't breathe and we don't release our breath until we know y'all asses in the door, in the house, with the door locked behind you. And we know, like, whew, we can breathe now. She's home. Whew, we can breathe now. He's in the house. So please, all we want to do is just make sure that y'all are protected in regards of going out, to know what to do, and just don't be rude, don't be challenging, don't be debative, and just make it home. That's all I really had to say on that one, because that's
Yeah. It's it's tough. It sucks. It's tough, right? Because I know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't feel the same way you feel about it. I don't. Uh, some of it, yes. Some of it, yes. But a lot of it, I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel that way. But I'm not a mother, so I can't have that type of feeling. You get what I'm saying? Like you birth somebody, and that type of uh worry that's never gonna go nowhere, and it's
Yeah.
amplified. Like I pushed this little motherfucker out of me. He better come home. Like like, but I'm a man, and I'm not gonna let another man disrespect me that type of way. And I do know my rights, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
let you disrespect my rights to my face. You're not gonna call me boy. You're not gonna walk up on me and think this isn't
That's
going to
right.
be a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I made that decision personally. I made that decision. So when I go outside and I get pulled over, no, you got to tell me why you pulled me over. I'm gonna make you do your job. Now, this is me. I ain't telling nobody to do this. None of that. I'm gonna make you do your job. You not gonna violate me. I got every right to be here, to say this, to do this,
Mm-hmm.
just like anybody else. Now, with that being said, I am not on a death mission, and I do understand that this person
Yeah.
is looking to kill, like blow my fucking head off. So when it comes to that time, all right, I need you to step
Mm-hmm.
out of the car. No problem. Put your hands behind your back. No problem. Don't
Yeah.
resist. I wasn't planning on to. You know what I'm saying? I know that. I know I'm not gonna let nobody put their knee on my neck for what 8 minutes and some change. That's not gonna happen to me either.
Get it. I get it.
You get what I'm saying? Like I'm I don't want you to hurt me and I don't want you to kill me, but I ain't gonna let you kill me. If you want to take me and take
Mm-hmm.
me out that way, oh, you want to fight for your life too. It ain't just gonna be
Yeah.
me getting my ass whooped in the middle of the street with batons. No, no, especially for stupid shit like spitting on the pavement, jaywalking,
Mm-hmm.
like that's what we getting killed for. Like that's what we getting
Yeah.
killed for. So if
Yeah. I definitely understand. I listen. I definitely understand. And yeah.
but that's what Faison feels. He might not be able to
Oh,
articulate it,
definitely.
but
I
he
definitely
damn
listen.
sure
I
feel that
definitely
way.
know that me and him. I definitely know me and my son have a different perspective when it comes to the whole. He's seeing his black brothers being killed and him going outside, and compared to when I'm saying to him, don't do this, do that, and that when if he ever get faced, faced with it, or him just hearing me, he probably like, I'm not gonna let no man sit there and call me boy or nigga, or even sit there and try to
Yeah.
be disrespectful to me because I may spit on the ground, that which many guys in my generation and before me spinning on the ground many times, or because I walk across the street the way we do that I
Mm-hmm.
seen when I was 2 years old, many men do it, and now you just want to just pick something because you're boy, or you just want to fuck with me, or you want to pick me out because you say that I look like somebody that you got a call over a police scanner saying that some light-skinned boy, tall, with a green shirt, black pants, and all of a sudden I come around the corner, you think it's me. So I definitely understand that that's how he feels. Oh, trust and believe. And
Yeah.
I understand that in my mind, in my head, that exactly, and that's
You just want to
exactly how
protect your
I would
baby.
want to go
Like,
down, how I just explained to all the young men, the older men, the men in the middle, all the generation of men and girls, because they don't give a fuck about the girls either. Because they shoot us down like we don't like we no longer consider because we got ass and tits and coochie. They don't give a fuck about it either.
Yeah, and I had this thought in my head when you were speaking the first time, but I went left. So I lived in a over
Mm-hmm.
policed and underfunded neighborhood. So all my life I've been around white people with guns. That shit don't scare me no more. I never went a day without seeing a police officer, seeing someone pulled over, or seeing. I could say I kind of didn't see
Mm-hmm.
nobody get arrested, but I've seen it more times than I wanted to. Like literally fucking
Mm-hmm.
tanks. It looked like tanks driving down the street, kicking in doors and
Yeah,
shit. You feel
yeah.
me? So white people with guns don't scare me. Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I wanted to go. That's why it's like, oh, no, I don't give a fuck. You got your hand on your gun. They always had their hand on their gun. I remember
Mm-hmm.
when we still had beat cops in Irvington, and these two cops would walk up and down the street for hours. I was a little kid. They still would have their hands on their gun. They knew my name. They
Mm-hmm.
knew where I lived. They knew my grandparents. Seen them every day. They still talking to me with hands on the gun. Me not knowing at that age what it meant, but it's like you scared of little kids, dog. Like, so white people with guns don't scare me. So
Yeah,
if you want this fight,
yeah.
you can get it. I don't give a fuck.
And
You
that's
got the gun
kind
on
of
you.
weird to me because even like you said with little kids, like they'll let you know that they don't give that like they will shoot the they wish they had they wish they
They will
have
shoot
like
the
that
shit out your
basically
little
saying
ass.
like no one's
Yeah,
exempt, doesn't matter unless it's their own color.
like,
Because for some reason I seen so many white
hmm
people get off on shit. If it was a black person that done it, we would have been kneed in the back, face down on the ground, mushed, or
they
either
dead.
shot, or either something harmful. Like compared to what? Oh, and I got white
Yeah,
friends too, so I love my white friends, and I am proud of them stepping up for being on our side with this whole thing earlier this year. But that's just one stage of you doing. We need y'all to do so much more. But my thing is, it's just the fact compared to what I seen white people get away with it, black people wouldn't be able to get away with it. And this is what we say about
yeah.
white
And,
privilege.
and
And when we say that to them, they acting like we don't like they acting like what is that? What do you mean? What is you
yeah,
do?
what is
But
that?
then
I don't have it.
I
Where
realized
can
when
I
I
buy
spoke
it?
to
Like
my
you have
Caucasian
it.
friends and they spoke to me, because one thing I can say about my Caucasian friends, they at least want to learn. And they sit there and say, "Oh, Crimea, we don't know. That's why we did, And I sit there and let them know you can always ask questions, but not asking questions make me feel like you definitely want to be white privilege sized, and you want to stay dumb and numb to what's really going on.
Hmm
Now, if you come and ask me now that lets me feel better that you want to be educated, because I also want to ask them. I wanted to ask them certain questions, and I did. Because how can you not
hmm
see this? How can you not know? And a lot of stuff that shook the nation this past year woke a lot of Caucasian people up, that the fact that some of them was really blind or either just numb or either lost or either was annoying it and they had their blinders to it on. Where the fact is now you see
hmm
um God rest his soul, what's his name? The guy with the 8 minutes on his throat. George Floyd. That woke and shook the nation.
George Floyd.
That woke him up. That woke everybody up.
Yeah, and every like so many different facts started coming out. The biggest fact that this cop knew George Floyd. So you get what I'm saying? Like he knew him. They had a history together.
Mm.
a security bouncer, like bouncing. Then this cop
Mm.
also was FTO, a field training officer. So now what you have is horrible behavior, his horrible behavior
Mm.
and ways of thinking inside of that department.
Mm.
He's trained 40 people to do that. So it's like fuck being numb and blind to it. He's still
Exactly.
out there, whether he's in jail or not. He's still out
Mm-hmm.
there because
Which means
he's
that he
mentored people
trained
like
people
that.
to copy and basically replicate what he did to George Floyd. That there's somebody that have decided they want to do it. It is another breed that
Yeah,
somebody else that he trained, a human being, to do the same thing. But hopefully,
yeah.
with this whole
But
situation, the people that he did train would have more fucking humane common sense. Wow.
oh wait, but they're in the union.
Wow.
They don't see anything wrong with it. So it's not like you blind. No, 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 no. You're even beyond ignorant. To you, this is a way of life. You kill us at any cost. And unfortunately, his cost was a fake $20 bill or $10,
Mm.
whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like that's systemic. That's systemic. That's
Yeah.
why I'm not gonna let that
Yeah.
cop push up on me. You get what I'm saying? It's like, nah, bro. Like,
Yeah.
if you gonna kill me, you really have to kill me. Like, I'm not just gonna
Yeah,
let you
and
whoop
I
my
understand what you coming where
just
you coming
whoop
from
my
as
ass.
a man,
Like,
and I understand where my son come from as a young man. And like I said, it's just in my head that's the way that I would want it to play out. But in reality, I know that all I just basically saying as a parent, we just want our motherfucking kids to come back home and to make it home. Period. I don't want
yeah,
no phone
yeah, you just
call.
want your
I don't
kid to
want no
come home.
bullshit. Just make it back home. The same way as I sent my son out the door in the world, the same motherfucking way I want him to come back. Unless he went to out of country to learn something, to Belize, Spain, Japan, he gonna come back with a different mindset because he went to a
Hmm.
different country to learn something. But other than that, if he's going outside in his same state and city and it's not school, I want him to fucking come back the way I sent him out. Period. I shouldn't get a phone call unless he
Yeah,
telling me
yeah,
he won a motherfucking
yeah.
lottery.
Like, yeah, right. I would rather, to tell you the truth, and to in this
Mm-hmm.
situation that what we're talking about, with brutality, police brutality, that's what we're talking about. I would rather get a phone call and say, "Yo, you got a collect
Yeah,
call
I'd rather get
from
that than to
the
get the whole.
uh,
Yeah.
Essex County Correctional Facility." I'd rather, yeah, I'd rather get that phone call than to have to see my baby be a fucking hashtag, or even, which I'm tired of seeing. I hate watching now. I watch it for educational purposes and to be caught up, but I hate seeing black people killed on the news or on a fucking, how long is it now? 60-second clip on Instagram. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of it. And now that they making movies about this shit, it
Mm-hmm.
was good with Queen and Slim. That was a good movie and shit. But it also, to me, it showed me something that it showed me a reality. Like I know motherfuckers that
Yeah.
got
Oh,
hit
you
by the
talking about that
cops. Like
movie Queen and Slim?
I don't want to relive
Yeah, I
that.
seen that. That was that movie. I was like,
Yeah,
and then the
like
ending blew my mind.
I seen it. Yeah, I don't want to see black people keep getting shot by the cops. That shit. That's not. It's a reality, yeah, and it's a conversation starter. So I get it, but at the same time, bruh, I can't. It's gonna sound funny or crazy, but stay with me. You can't show your nipple on
Mm.
Instagram. You get kicked the fuck off. But you can post a video
Mm.
of someone literally choking a black man to death. We
Yeah,
seen videos of King Von get killed.
which
But you,
crazy.
if don't show the nipple though. Don't show don't don't call somebody a coon on Instagram like me. I call somebody a coon,
What?
and they put me in Instagram jail for a week. Yeah, but I also
But they
posted a
kept that
video
on
of
there.
somebody. running up behind somebody
But
and
they ain't
shoot them in the
block you and
fucking head.
put you in Instagram jail.
They kept that on there. Yeah, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I don't want to see your
Yeah.
movies or see videos of black people getting
Because
killed
it
in the
even took
street.
me a long
Like
time for
I'm
my
tired of
son to
tired of
even
seeing that shit.
show me with the rapper that had got killed. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like, and then it's like, I'm like, I don't want to see that. It took me a minute to even see that. And then when I seen it, it's like I got so upset, like if I was looking at my own child. Like I don't when I see these young men and I see these young boys and
Yeah,
I see these men, I look at them as if that's my child or my uncle or my brother doing in that situation. I don't want to see that. That shit hurts my heart. It takes it dig another layer of my heart out.
it
And
hurt.
they don't have to be related to me. They related to me to creation because of God. They don't have to be blood. I still feel some type of fucking way.
Mm-hmm. It hurt. It hurt. I hate it.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be a police officer. Like I'm not getting it. I don't want to get into it for that. I want to help.
Yeah.
It seemed like a lot of police officers want to hurt,
Yeah. Yeah.
and especially white police officers. That's what it seemed like. They want to hurt it. Like they are so afraid of us. They they will lock us in jail,
And
but
you know
will
what's
not give
crazy
us something.
too?
Like
Because
that
since
is
we
something
talking about
crazy.
this, and it's about to be the end of the year, and it's really, to me, I feel like us having this conversation, even though we was on a whole different conversation at the beginning of the show, but I always allow God and the energy and the vibration, the spirits to actually lead me in a direction. But just to be able to put so much closure on this year, because this year was a fucked up year for so many different reasons. But since we speaking about police brutality, let's speak about the Karens. You know what's crazy about me, about them as well, is the fact is that these women, or even these, because there's men too, like Caucasian. Let's call a thing a thing. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I love all races, all people. If you are a good human being with a great, amazing heart and mind, and you're a caring and loving, I love you. Period. I don't give a fuck what color you is. We just have a different pigmentation of skin. At the end of the day, we come from the same motherfucking tribe. So, but my thing is, the Caucasian people, they make it seem like, no, let me take that back. They make themselves so more afraid of us when we don't even do shit. We could just walk in the store. We could walk in the store and it's like they
Exactly.
like this,
Exactly.
or they looking, and we ain't even paying them no motherfucking mind. They are a 9 motherfucking factor.
What the fuck you looking
Or
at?
what pissed me off was one time, me
Exactly.
and my son. My son,
Exactly.
I understand he looked older for his age, but all young men and women, ladies of color, we have a growing growth spurt, but that's still a child. We get on the elevator. This lady, she like, I'm like, girl, I'm just looking at her, and me and my son looked at each other, and we laughed. We looked at each other, we laughed, and we was
Like, I was not thinking about that
and
fit
we got
ass
off the
bag.
elevator, and we was like, bitch, nobody wants your purse. And then the thing is, we also said this: we ain't trying to go to jail for you. If we gonna go to jail, it's not gonna be for y'all.
Yo,
it's not gonna be the fact that
for
my
you,
child at
for
the
you
time was
is not gonna be
15,
over that.
looked like a grown man, but that's my baby. He's not going to go to jail because of a pocketbook. To take your pocketbook, or because he walk into a 7-Eleven or a McDonald's or any store or office building, and you feel intimidated. Now you feel some type of way. Like, I don't understand. And this is what I realized. I guess our presence as people of color is so fucking powerful. It intimidates them. That's what I feel.
Well, that's all they see. This is why I don't want to see killing our kings and queens no more on Instagram. Because these white motherfuckers are really on Instagram. So they social media the fuck out. Let's not forget who run TikTok, who run Instagram, Twitter, them. So when you post, and like I said, I've done this. I've done this. Post a video of somebody getting killed. No matter what you say, like, yo, this is wrong. We got to stop killing each other. Even if you say something like that, you still perpetuating that stereotype to that white person. To then what she thinks on the elevator, all we want to do is rob and take her shit. That's all she thought of, and this. Sometimes it is funny because it'd be like, bitch, this shit is fake as hell. Like I'm not thinking about you. I can buy my own shit. But sometimes it's hurtful to like going in a grocery store and you walk up to your car and
then
you hear doors locked. Like, bitch, I wasn't trying to steal your car.
My car more nicer than yours. I have a luxury vehicle, but you think I want your shit?
It's like the fuck I'm getting in my shit.
Really? But see, the thing is, they do this, like I said, they put their own selves in position to be scared of us. We don't do shit. We can just walk in or walk out. They do it to themselves. Like, did you see the video? Did you see this last video on Instagram? I seen it on Instagram where his father was in a hotel in the lobby with his son. That he had stole his cell phone, and while watching the video, do you know throughout the whole video, I'm seeing it saying, I guarantee that probably was a white person that stole her phone, but of course she's gonna blame it on a black boy or man because that's what she see, that's what she automatically is generated in her mind. And this white person who probably already stole her phone probably already either left or his ass is standing on the side watching the whole thing go down while he got her cell phone in his pocket. And come to find out.
And it's easy. It's easy for him to let a black boy get blamed for it.
Of course, he didn't have her cell phone. Of course. And then she jumped on the father.
Yeah, and his father said, "No, we came from our room." Bro, I would have smacked that bitch too. I would have smacked that bitch too. Get away from my child, saying you telling my child to take this stuff out his pockets. I bought everything in his pockets and his pockets.
Of course, I know the phone that you're trying to tell me that is yours. Of course, I know that that's not your phone because I bought that shit for him. Fuck out of here.
That's my phone. That's my phone. You ain't touching my phone. Get the fuck out of it. No, like, yo, this shit is tough. This is the one that oh, you live around here?
Ooh.
Yeah, bitch.
Like if we cannot live in no motherfucking nice area, like we can't afford it.
Yes, I live around here. I'm your neighbor. So this is how you're supposed to start a conversation. Hello, nice to meet you, bitch.
But if you was white,
get the fuck out. I hate that shit.
This is what it would have been. Shit. Oh, hi, how you doing? My name is Karen. How about you? You moving around here? You move around here. And after that whole introduction, you want to get either later that day or the next day, you want to get all her kids and her family coming with some cookies. Bitch, I don't eat everybody's food, so don't bring your cookies or your pie. Child, that's crazy. And again, exactly.
It's like, why do we?
When I feel like I feel like our ancestors. And my thing is, if white people, they're gonna listen to this, and I hope that you get the message that when we speak in, and I hope you even woke up this year when all the stuff happened to all our amazing kings this year and our queens this year and years before that, because we are tired. We tired of the bullshit. We tired of our kings and queens. Our sisters and brothers are getting gunned down and shot and being
Mm-hmm.
mistreated like if we don't deserve to live in a nice area. Like if we're not worth to walk into a store. If we cannot stand in the same elevator as of you. Like if we can't afford an iPhone like you. Like that's crazy. Like it's like we just sick and tired. But I just hope you guys get the message and realize that
Yeah.
is bullshit. And our ancestors have fought so much, died, went through the Underground Railroad, ran, picked cotton, did all that, sweat, tears,
Mm-hmm.
prayed, preached, praised, and all the worship for us to be here to enjoy our life. So you guys trying to make it hell and give us the 2020 upgraded slavery version, it's not going to happen. We not letting it happen. We not going out without a fight. You're not going to get that. You're not. But the white people that are
Yeah.
the Caucasians that are woke, we do
Yeah.
appreciate you standing side by side with us. We appreciate you walking with us. We appreciate the fact that you actually are woke here, and in here to the fact that you know that the shit is wrong. And you need to tell the rest of them that haven't been woke to wake the fuck up. Because if you come for
Mm-hmm.
ours at this point, we coming for yours. Because I'm telling you,
Yeah.
anybody
Nobody.
come for
I don't give a
mine.
fuck. I don't give a fuck. Cop, no cop. But you, if I don't give a
Mhm.
fuck, and I know we live, and I probably shouldn't say this, but this is how I feel at this point as a black man. One of these bitch ass cops murdered my
Facts.
princess. Oh no, I'm burning your fucking house down. Like, you're not just gonna take the most precious thing
Hmm.
I have in this world and think I'm gonna let you make it to trial.
Parole.
Oh no, I will gladly
Facts.
do life in prison without the possibility of parole for my child. Like, no, I'm
Facts.
not going.
Exactly.
What you think you're gonna murder my child for
Exactly.
not wearing her seatbelt,
Exactly. And
and
I do
we ain't gonna
have
fight?
to
Cracker,
definitely
cracker,
say this to
please.
the mothers, the fathers, or the people that had any type of person they lost, of child that they lost. I have to give nothing but bow respect to them because I know that's not an easy thing to live with that pain. I know each day you're going to have a moment of misery, heartache, tears, and pain. And then the next day, probably be happy and laugh. I could not have never imagined. But one thing about these mothers who lost their daughters and their sons,
Hmm.
I condemn you. Like my hats go off to y'all. I pray for you guys every night, every day. And I definitely just pray that you have mental clarity and peace, even though I know that there's no way that possibly can, but through the grace of God, I know that you guys only standing, only continue to stand, only continue to walk and breathe because you're walking in solidarity to making sure you represent your son and represent your daughter and to make sure that justice is served for them. Whew.
Hmm. Like, we
Mm-hmm.
still haven't gotten a glimpse of justice for Breonna Taylor. Like a glimpse. And then this is what gets me about this whole black and white thing, right? This white man has the nerve to
And
press
you came to
charges
my house,
on the boyfriend for
knocking on the
shooting him.
door, didn't introduce yourself, didn't tell me who you was after
But
not only did myself, but my girlfriend
see,
asked numerous and repeated numerous times, who is it?
like, I get qualified immunity. That's what police officers have. That's what gives them the right to escalate things. Qualified immunity, right? I get that.
Mm.
But at the same time,
And
where
just
the
for
fuck is the
people that
NRA?
don't know what that is, explain to them what the
You
okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh, the NRA is National Rifle Association, I think. That's what it means. So the motherfuckers say you ain't taking our guns. There's really a big lobby group that goes against the
Yeah.
government when they try to make laws about guns, gun control, gun safety. This
Mm-hmm.
he was a he was a legal owner of a firearm. He had his
Mm-hmm.
paperwork. That was the firearm that he was licensed to carry. That was his. Where's the NRA? The NRA loves to show up in Alabama when they had these gun rallies. You ain't gonna take our guns. I got every right. This
Mm-hmm.
man had every right to protect himself. So when the NRA, yeah, when the NRA, this is why I don't support none of them shits. NRA, PETA, uh, the white feminist movement. I put that out there. This is why I don't support any of that shit
They
because when it's time
not
to
there.
rally for black people, y'all motherfuckers are non-existent. So you mean to tell me I'm supposed to care that Michael Vick went to jail for dog fighting, but you can't even care that a man
Mm-hmm.
got
I
a
don't
knee
give a
put
fuck
on
if
his
it
neck
was for
for eight, I think
zero
8
point
minutes
two
37
seconds.
seconds. I
It
think
shouldn't
I'm
have
not too
happened. It
sure.
shouldn't be. I don't give a fuck how long it was. It shouldn't have been at all. And then for him to repeat himself that he
It's
can't
like
breathe, and you telling me that you still gonna stand there like, and then with your hand on your hips, like you was just, and
yeah,
then the little short Chinese
your
guy
little
standing there
Chinese
like
ass is
he
really standing there
trying to protect him, making sure
like some
nobody
type of
don't do
fucking
anything.
Superman. Like,
When trust me,
yeah.
if anybody, any of the black guys that was standing there recording, they really wanted to do something to
And you
that
see
Chinese, they could have just knocked his little short ass right out. Trustably, they would have. They would and they could have if they could.
like see
I was able to watch
you
it
see
once,
in
and
the
after that,
I
was
watched
so
I watched that
disgusted.
video
Oh,
time after time after time after time again because I want to know the facts about the video, not about what led up to it. Fuck that. What led up to it to me is
mm-hmm.
irrelevant. We all know it was a fake $20 bill or whatever.
Yeah.
Man, irrelevant. That is a ticket. That's a ticket to go to court if the police officer chooses, right? That's a court date. Um, because police officers have discretion. Now, that the altercation that happened, bruh, that is murder. You can hear the police, the other cops at the end of the video. Should we put him on the stretcher? Why do you say that? You know this man dead. Ask him, should we really take him in an ambulance? For what? You even say in the video, one of the police officers even said,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah, you should think about his artery." I forgot the name of it, but you should think about his artery, the one that controls like oxygen flow, blood flow. But you knew you was
Mm-hmm.
murdering this man. Remember the boxing class we
Your
went
weight.
to, and they said on the balls of your feet. That's how you
Mm-hmm.
control, and that's how you get your weight. That's how you control your balance, everything.
Yeah, I
the
seen
the
that.
officer
Uh-huh.
was on the balls of his feet, putting pressure on his neck. Everybody, that's if you an athlete, you on the
Yeah.
balls of your feet.
That's how they
That's
run
how you go
across the
faster.
court back and
That's how you
forth.
apply more
They don't run
pressure.
on they don't run on their whole foot. They run on the balls right here.
Yeah,
And you
you
even
you
with
you on the
if you
balls
do
of
this
your
to your
feet.
hand and you press your hand down, this is putting pressure. So just imagine with the
Yeah,
ball
and
exactly
that's
with the
what he was
balls
doing
exactly.
on the ground.
So
Was
just
he was
imagine
on the
when
balls of his feet,
basketball
putting
players
pressure on
going
his neck.
up and down, up and down. That's why we
Yeah.
hear the skeets on
So
their sneakers. Exactly.
skirt skirt, like, bruh, everything about this man is dangerous. It's horrible.
You had
To choke
intentions to
someone
kill
out is
him
so
already.
personal, like you had a
Yeah.
vendetta. Anybody could shoot
But for
somebody.
you to slowly
Yeah,
kill
anybody could
somebody
shoot somebody.
with a
That's
body part of
you
your
shoot somebody
part
from a
of your
mile
body,
away. Like,
you was intentionally to doing it. And then it's like from him being on
yeah,
his
like,
knees with his knee, his neck, from him bending down with his knee and his
yeah.
neck, he came up. And then you see the ball of his foot with on his knee and his neck. So like your body weight in with the ball of the weight of your foot. You and then you got your hand up here looking around, just waiting. Like you knew what you was doing. You knew what you was doing, and you heard that man say he couldn't breathe.
And And I'm not even saying George Floyd was right when he wouldn't go into the police car or wouldn't let him close the door or whatever. I'm not saying he was right in doing that. No, motherfucker, you already arrested. Get your ass in that car. You wasn't, because to me he wasn't claustrophobic when he was in the driver's seat of his own car.
Mm-hmm.
So he can't give the excuse of being claustrophobic when you get put in the back of a police car. So I'm not saying he was right and he was flailing around. What I am saying is, why the fuck? It's four y'all. It's four grown ass trained police officers trained. Why you ain't pull him in the car, put the seatbelt on him, close the fucking door?
Honestly,
You you
honestly,
you could have you could
he
have
was
put
controlling
handcuffs.
that whole
Well,
situation, even the fact that he
ankle
was
cuffs on him.
handcuffed.
You get what I'm
Because like
saying?
it was four of them. Two could have came from this side, the other two could have came. Somebody could have grabbed the
Yeah.
seatbelt from the side. That could have went away, but they were scared because he
You
was a big
you
black man. That's what it
me
was.
personally, I would have been okay if you take his legs together. Yeah, like I said, I would have been okay, right? And I know I'm not saying it's legal or not. That ain't what I'm saying. I would have been okay
And
if you
which he
take his
should
legs
have been
together so he
allowed
could stop
today.
kicking and get his ass in the car.
Yeah,
Personally, I don't see nothing wrong with
exactly.
that. That's where I'm going. He still would have been alive. There were other options that they had.
And the thing is, let me
Other
tell you
options,
something.
and
I feel
they
like
didn't use them, and that's what makes it murder.
somebody in that group of them four police officers had common sense. But when I looked at that video, I feel like the ones that probably knew, I can't say guarantee, but probably knew in some type of hesitation in their body, they knew it was wrong. But because they are the men of blue and they are family of blue, the cops, and this man that had his knee in the back, like
Mhm.
he seemed like he was the leader of them all. I feel like any one of them who went against him, they I feel like they didn't want to go against him.
Yeah,
So
they were
they
calling him sir.
led to whatever the fuck he decided or wanted to do. And that right there put them in a
Mhm.
situation. And do you see the video when one of the guys that was with
Yeah.
them. He went to, I think, the supermarket and he was shopping. He was with his friend, and then some lady, I think it was a white lady, she was recording him,
Mhm.
and she was asking him like, "So how can you actually think you can just be walking around thinking you're not going to get harassed? Don't you like so you're just walking free, coming to the supermarket and shop?" Which, if, yeah,
I say I I say that same shit. Like, how the fuck George Zimmerman ain't get shot in the head? But Jay Z said this. But we killed XXX Tentacion. I don't know how to say it correct. Like, I don't get that.
yeah.
Like, and I'm
And that
not
he's
calling for
still
anybody to be
able to
murdered or
end
anything
up
like
being
that. I
able
just
to
don't
make
understand it.
money
I
and
don't
revenue
understand
because
that.
I
Like,
heard he did some shit with some Skittles and the Arizona thing or whatever. Some shit he wow.
yeah. And
Auction.
then he sold the gun he murdered him with for thousands. Put it on bit like people were, yeah.
And
And
to
like
me, that
the
right there
description was
basically lets
used.
me know
Like,
that
you got some
white
fucking nerve.
privilege, and they know they had white privilege and they actually, was able to make
That's what it
revenue
is.
and income and actually make a mockery of what they did because he didn't get punished. So he's like, "Oh, I got off." So, but I'm going to sit there and make a Skittle T-shirt and some Skittle,
Hmm.
memorabilia, and auction off my gun because this is a gun that killed a young black boy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just crazy to me. I feel like if that was a black man that would have did that to a white boy, that man would have been fuck in prison. That man would have been under the prison. He wouldn't even been in jail. He would have been murdered.
But under the jail, under the jail. Yeah, he would not been like they would not let
Yeah.
him uh, make it to the courthouse. He would be murdered before he got there. M- Well before he got there. You know, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, these KKK motherfuckers. Mind you, I live by these KKK motherfuckers. Literally, if I go 2 blocks over, there's a KKK chapter.
Exactly.
if I do something
And
to one of
that's
these
just
white
like
people
what you
around here,
just said. Then you said,
man,
like,
they
for
gonna
instance,
burn
with
everything.
that boy, the
Everything.
white boy that sat there and killed the people in the church. Like, for instance, they were saying that he was stopped by. They stopped and got him something to eat before he went to jail. But no, I'm just saying I don't. I'm just saying that's the word. I
I
don't
don't know
know
if
for
that's
sure or
true.
not. And if
I
that
heard
is
the
true, that's
story,
some
but I don't know
straight
if it's true.
bullshit because no black kid would have went to a white church and was able to even
Yeah,
make it
some
out
straight
the church
bullshit.
alive. And then stop
What
at
is with them?
a fast food restaurant, like, or to say, "Oh, you know what, baby, I'm gonna get you something to eat since you killed all them people. I know you burned a lot of energy."
Yeah. First off, let's not forget the fact that why are you feeding this man?
Mm-hmm.
Like why we hate terrorists? Can we agree? The motherfuckers 9/11,
Fact.
we went and we blew up the wrong country looking for these motherfuckers. So what he did was terrorism. So you mean to tell me as long as the terrorist is white, we hate him, or we don't hate him? Because I'm confused. It don't make no
Mm-hmm.
sense. Because what he did was it was a hate crime. It was against a specific group of people. It was everything. That's to me everything aligns along. It falls along the lines of terror. Why he deserved to eat? You, they didn't even let um, what's his name? Not Osama bin Laden, the other one,
I'm trying to see who you
the other
talking
guy
about.
from that area. Uh, oh my
I,
God, it was another dictator. Not Osama bin Laden. It was another guy, but they didn't even. Again, he didn't make it to trial.
mm-mm.
They hung this motherfucker in the prison. So as long as you're white, you can be a terrorist
Mm-hmm.
and get treated like, oh, we're
By
gonna
the
do
T,
everything by
by
the
the T of
book.
the book.
Everything has to go by the book. Yeah, because it is true. They're supposed to
Yeah.
feed them. You can't be interrogated a certain amount of hours without having food.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Because that could be looked at as a torture tactic. So yeah, but why did you go by the book? It's clear that we hate terrorists. No one was going to be mad. You violated his rights. No one was going to say
Mm-hmm.
that shit. He just murdered 13 people. No one was going to say he got right. You get what I'm saying? No one's going to say that shit.
Yeah.
Like, why do you even feel that's appropriate? That's just my question. Because if you ask me, I would have uh say if it was a hot day, I would have turned the heat on in the car, put the windows up, because he's a terrorist. You
Fact.
killed 13 black people. It was a cold day. I would have did what they did to them little kids. You get what I'm saying? That little
Mm-hmm.
boy when they froze, they tried to freeze him to tell the truth when he
Or
was
just
already
like with
telling the
the
truth.
exonerated five, when these
Why is that
boys did not
acceptable
even
when you do
touch
this
that
shit to
woman
us?
in Central Park for some reason, because they felt like they needed to blame somebody and close the case because
Yeah,
they didn't want the state to be, or the state to go against. They didn't find someone. These boys spend these year their life in prison, and I still feel like, fuck giving me money. You still owe me so much more. But I definitely could commend them and honor, because they did get so much more. They was able to get their freedom to come back out here to make an impact on our community and to be examples to young brothers who do get locked up. Don't fucking speak without your
mm-hmm.
parent or no lawyer. And you had a right not to talk. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. I don't care if they end up hanging them damn selves.
Mm-hmm.
You don't talk without your parent, and you damn sure don't talk without your lawyer. And that's one thing I taught my son. And my son to tell you, I would sit
Don't say
there
shit. Don't say a word.
looking at them like they two clowns going across the little wire in the circus until you come down there and you get my lawyer, or my lawyer, whoever come first. I'm not saying a damn thing. And that and nothing exactly. But it's just really
Mm-hmm.
crazy, because it
Don't
even
say
goes to the
shit.
fact of, just to sum up this year.
Don't say shit.
Also, with the fact of how we had this person that's supposed to be the president of the country who end up basically being a cold stone murderer that murdered all these people, over 270,000 something people, and he ain't in jail, he ain't in prison, he ain't getting no type of anything, and it's crazy. And then the craziest thing is that this man didn't even really want to be president. This man was only decided to run to prove to America how easy that it is for him to be president. He was making a mockery of it from the beginning. But the people who voted for him felt like, oh, we're going to vote for him because we believe him. But you got some people this year that didn't believe in him, that seen how fucked up he was. Trump always was a fucked up individual, even when he was on TV, even before he was on TV. If you just go back and do research and listen to some of the shit that he did, he was even the motherfucking one that when exonerated 5 with the Central Park thing, if you really paid attention to that story, he the one that took a newspaper article, a full newspaper article.
He took out a 4-page ad.
Sit there and said that they should be what? I think
the 4-page ad on their ass.
Yes. And then said that they should end up getting a death penalty.
Arrested. They called them monsters. He
so come on,
shit.
like you gotta really sit there and tell me that. So if you believe in this type of human being, I gotta now question your integrity. I gotta question you as a person, because now you scare me, and I don't want you near me. Because
like any for me, if a president says I can exonerate myself or I can pardon myself, why are you a president thinking about pardoning yourself? Because you know you did some fucked up shit. Let's not forget he still has lawsuits from raping 12-year-old girls.
The same
like literally
person
raping 12-year-old
that
girls.
sit there. First of all, you already knew that this man couldn't manage the country because he can't even manage his own finances and business. This man sat there and got filed for bankruptcy over 7 times. You can't even manage your own business and equity in your own finances. So how the hell you think that this is the same person that could be able to manage a country and lead a country? Like this was just, I'm sorry, this I have to say it. This was some clown bullshit to me.
Fuck.
She don't even like him.
Yeah. This like his own wife.
I believe they snapped to separate beds, separate fucking quarters of the White House. Like she was on the wing, he was on the south wing. Like it was just the energy you felt through the TV. It was not even there. She probably loved him, but she don't like him. But listen, there's a difference between loving and liking. She probably loved him and cared for him, but she didn't like him because after she probably married him, she seen what type of true asshole he is, and the reason why the rest of his wives divorced his ass. Too many.
Yeah.
Child,
this man been married. How many times he cheated on every fucking wife he had? Every fucking wife he had, he cheated on. Like that's the biggest example of white privilege. And then he just dumb. It's like you hired the oldest, dumbest, whitest lawyers to defend you, and then he starts snitching on you. Rudy Giuliani been snitching on Donald Trump every single time he gets.
It's some funny shit, but I just hope the fact, like I said, that it's with comical. This whole year, I hope it woke so many people up in so many levels, and the ones that's not woke, eventually they will. If not, then stay the fuck sleep. But if you come wrong, your ass gonna get hurt. But the thing is, and also I do want to say for the families who lost so many people or lost someone during these times of this COVID-19, my deepest condolences and my prayers go out to you guys. Like you guys are with us, and I know especially during this holiday season probably was so rough and tough for you guys. But listen, stay strong. Like, stand stead in your
Hmm.
position. Know that they may not be here physically, but damn be God, they are here spiritually, and the spirit form is more powerful and vibrant than the physical form. And I, the just stand strong in this holiday season, and just know that coming into 2021, they will only want you to be happy. They will only want the best for you. They will only want you to keep their memory and their memories alive. And just know that it's going to be a brighter and better tomorrow. And we going to make 2021 our motherfucking bitch. Period. Like, 2021 don't know what is about to fucking happen, because we are
Big
about to
facts.
make
Big facts.
2021 our bitch. We're about to go through this year. We're about to own this shit. We're about to make elevation transformations. We're about to sit there and put a stamp on it of approval. We're about to, all of everybody in this nation, in this world, we're about to glow up, come up. We're about to elevate into a whole different type of dimension that it doesn't make any sense. So, but I definitely appreciate you guys for actually tuning in with Pillow Talk with the T. This is our last show before the new year, before this. Yes, because Thursday we won't be on because it's New Year's Eve, so we won't be back until next
For
Tuesday, which
real.
is the 5th.
Yeah.
But and that'll be a whole new year, because like I said, we making 2021
Hmm.
our bitch. 2021 don't know what we're about to do to her. But we definitely appreciate you guys, and listen, happy new year. So make sure
Mm.
you guys be safe. Make sure you all love one another. Stay in unity, stay in one accord, in one alignment. And listen, if no one have not told you that they love you, just know that I love you. And again, happy new year from Pillow Talk with the T. You guys have a great, amazing night, and we see you next Tuesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Happy New Year. Good night.